It's the biggest game of their lives. Yet to win, they have to play as relaxed as a scrimmage in summer. But it's not summer. It's November. And we're here live in Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania for the Pop Warner Eastern Regional Championship game between the Pope John Junior Lions and the Downingtown, Pennsylvania Young Whippets. Hi everyone, Mike Formisano here calling today's regional championship. Pope John 11-0 on the season, taking on Downingtown, who has 12U last year, won the whole thing, won the national championship. So Pope John has their work cut out for them, but they are ready to do so today. 11-0 on the season, having won the North Jersey Championship against Linden by a score of 32-0, taking out the Irvington Golden Knights 16-6 in the regional quarterfinals. And last week in Elizabeth, New Jersey, they took down the Eastwood Grizzlies by a count of 28-7. Meanwhile, Downingtown punched their ticket to the regional finals by defeating the Berlin Seahawks 37-0 and Hillsborough 30-0. And so they are here, and it's right down the street from Downingtown, so it's like a home game for them. But Pope John is ready to go. Downingtown and Pope John here from Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania, at the Grand Sport Field. They are announcing the rosters right now. Let's do so for you guys here on the broadcast. We'll start with number 1, Eric Ruiz. Number 2, Quinn Clements. Number 4, Victor Fiore. Number 5, Colin Bauman. Number 6, Lucas Rosinski. Number 7, Tyler Zabriskie. Number 8, Seamus Corcoran. Number 11, Vincent Jessamaria. Number 19, Mark Hedgepeth. 21 is Vincenzo Siliberti. 22, Ryan Johnson. 25, Ryder Cherval. 26, Andrew Jessamaria. 27, Dylan Cocasiello. Number 28, Nathaniel Capra. 30 is Carter Johnston. 33, Jason Cofrancesco. 42, Thomas Walton. 52, Aiden Armiger. 55, Aiden DeLivo. Number 58, Sutton Fullwood. 72, Michael Morelli. 78, Riley Watts. Number 79, Emilio Bronco. 88, Jacob Post. And number 95, Ryan Watts. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad is Matt Emery. Assistant coaches Jack Morelli, Jason Cofrancesco, Tom Staub, Gene Emmering, and Rich Jessamaria. League President Chris Bronco, League VP Dave DiArco. The team mom is Kathy Jessamaria, and the Pope John varsity head coach is Tom Gaston. I'm Mike Formisano. We are here live for the Pop Warner Eastern Region of the United States Championship game. That region taking up New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, and Washington, D.C. Pope John taking the field in unison. They are in their road white jerseys today with blue numbers and blue Pope John written across the chest, blue pants, and gold helmets with the blue lion on the side. Downingtown, the young Whippets, and I'm sure you're going to ask, what is a Whippet? We'll cover it later. They are in their home gold jerseys with white numbers and gold helmets with blue pants. The captains for today's game, number 2, Quinn Clements. Number 4, Victor Fiore. Number 55, Aiden DeLivo. And number 88, Jacob Post. They are at midfield waiting for the coin toss. And we are waiting for opening kickoff between the Pope John Junior Lions and the Downingtown Young Whippets. And that's next. We'll be right back.
I love Emilio!
Welcome back to Marsh Creek Fields as we conduct our national anthem. national anthem. We are live at Marsh Creek Fields in Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania, just down the road from Downingtown, as the hometown Young Whippets take on the Pope John Junior Lions. Welcome to everyone watching on our feed today and to everyone here in the stands. We are set for football here. Captains meeting at midfield, waiting for the coin toss. It is a blustery day here in late November, 5 days before Thanksgiving. The wind is blowing left to right on your screen, so we will see if Pope John can take advantage of that and get the wind at their back for the second and fourth quarters.
That is so embarrassing.
Coaches.
I would be so embarrassed.
Well, the coaches coming off the field and captains, as we conduct the coin toss, we will see by the movement of the players whether or not it looks like Pope John is going to get the right side of the field first, which is advantageous for them. And the Pope John contingent, all excited. They got their fat heads out. We'll cover those later on. Pictures of the players ordered earlier in the week. Pope John looking for a ticket to the national championships in Florida in about 2 weeks. The Downingtown Young Whippets and the Pope John Junior Lions. That is next. Opening kickoff from Lower Pennsylvania, just west of Philadelphia.
Let's go Lions! Let's go
Welcome back to Marsh Creek Fields in Pennsylvania for Pope John Junior Lion football, 13 and under. Mike Formisano covering today's regional championship game. Pope John is going right to left of your screen, so it looks like they will have the win for the second quarter, and they are going to kick off to open this game. Downingtown lined up at the 50. Kick returners back at about the 20-yard line, just awaiting the referee's whistle as Seamus Corcoran, number 8, heads back to the 40-yard line to place the ball down on the tee. We're set for football here. It's the regional championship game of the Popwater Eastern region of the United States. The winner books a ticket to Florida in 2 weeks for the national championships. Corcoran at his own 30. Pope John going right to left. Corcoran approaches the ball. High end over end kick down to about the 20-yard line. Received by Downingtown. They'll go towards the far sideline. Cuts back up the middle. And is tied up there at about the 40. Breaks the tackle and is finally brought down at about the 46-yard line. Thomas Walton in on the tackle for the Lions. So Downingtown will start 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 8 officials for this game here in Marsh Creek. It has turned winter very quickly. It was 67 degrees last night as we arrived in town, and today it's in the high 40s, and with the wind chill making it feel more like the 30s. But it's almost Thanksgiving, so it's to be expected.
Let's go!
1st and 10 Downingtown from their own 46. Quarterback in the shotgun. He fakes, takes the ball up the middle, avoids one tackle, now a second, and cuts across into Pope John territory. They're down at about the 47-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3. 10-minute quarters here in Pope John football, in Popwater football.
Get in there!
We're just underway from Marsh Creek Fields in Downingtown. Quarterback in the gun. Man to his left. Hands off. Running back to the far sideline, and he's gone. Up the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Downingtown. We got a whistle on the play. Possible offsides. We got a flag down, so we'll see what happens. It is offside against Downingtown, and call back the touchdown. that was mentioned. I'm going to have to mention it. I'm standing next to Pope John head coach Jared Cofrancesco, who went ahead and immediately said, offside. They're going to bring it back. So, you're looking for good color commentary, the best in the business, right there. Pope John gets a reprieve, and the ball is pushed back to the Downingtown 49-yard line. So, negate the touchdown, and it'll be first and... Hold on, second down, and let's see, second and about 6 to go. Quarterback in the gun. Fakes the handoff, now takes it to the far side. Now up the middle to the sideline to about the 30. Now the flag down, still on his feet. And Seamus Corcoran brings him down at about the 15-yard line. So it looks like we're going to have a block in the back. That's going to come back as well. So Downingtown getting killed with penalties here. 2 big plays. One for a touchdown, which was called back. And now a big gainer for the quarterback on the sneak. And a block in the back is going to push that back to about the... Referees are marking it off right now. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 38-yard line of Pope John. So... more of a modest gain for Downingtown there. It will be 1st and 10. Whippets quarterback in the shotgun, man to the left. Fake the handoff, pass down the field. He's got a man, number 22, makes the catch. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Pass to safety, Vincenzo Ciliberti. And number 22 scores the first touchdown of the game. A 38-yard touchdown reception, and Downingtown is up 6-0. 1 minute, 25 seconds off the clock. And so now the young Whippets set up for the point after. And I was watching the kicker during pre-games, and Downingtown, the first team that Pope John has played this year that legitimately has a kicking game. We'll see what they do with the extra point here. Remember, in Pope John 13 and under, it's 2 points for a kick. Here's the snap. Placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. Snuck it just inside the right upright. And Downingtown is up 8-0. 8:35 remaining in the first quarter. 8-0 Downingtown over Pope John. So the Lions will take over offense. If you're wondering what a young Whippet is, well, it's young, obviously, but a Whippet is a dog. It's almost like, the best way to describe it is this. It's a mini greyhound. So if you go ahead and you think of a greyhound, right? The greyhounds are big. A Whippet is a smaller version of that. Maybe about 15 to 20 pounds, maybe 25. So the Downingtown Young Whippets have a history of success, and last year's 12 and under team won the whole thing, won the national championship, and those are the kids that are on this 13U team this season. It's not exactly the same team. However, they did achieve the ultimate success last year in Pop Warner. So Pope John has their work cut out for them, and they're down 6-0, but they get the ball for the first time today as the Whippets will kick off from their own 40. 8-0 Downingtown over Pope John early first quarter. We're at Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania at the Grand Sport Field. Kickoff goes down to Lucas Rosinsky. Rosinsky picks up the ball. He goes to the middle and is brought down at about the 25-yard line where Pope John will start with the offense. So, quarterback Victor Fiore leads his team onto the field and into the huddle.
At 12, so they were 12.
Again, Pope John in their road white jerseys with blue numbers and Pope John across the chest in blue with blue pants and gold helmets with the blue lion on the side. The wind has died down here as Fiore is in the shotgun with Vincent Jessamaria in the backfield. Man in motion is Thomas Walton. Here's a snap. Handoff to Andrew Jessamaria, Vincent's brother, but he's met in the backfield and tied up. And lost about 2 or 3 on the play. Second and long for the Lions. And just as I said, the wind had died down and starting to kick up again. It is going let's see. Looks like north to south, so left to right on your screen. So Pope John would have the advantage of having it in the second quarter. Fiore in the gun. Takes the snap, high one. He controls it. Throws downfield to Jesse Maria. Almost intercepted. Number 45 for Downingtown. Got his hands on it. It slipped through his fingers. Hits the turf. Incomplete. 3rd and 15 for Pope John from their own 21. Fiore operating from the shotgun, instructing Jesse Maria to move to the near sideline in the wideout spot. Here's a snap again high. Fiore controls it. Pass out to Quinn Clements. It's through his hands and incomplete. Quick screen pass, and it just went right through Clements' hands. It was a quick pass, and it is incomplete. And so now 4th down. Seamus Corcoran, number 8, out to punt. Well, no one said it would be easy. Pope John 3 and out on their first possession. We'll see if Corcoran can get down the ball field. Maybe back into Downingtown territory. Here is the snap. The kick. High end overhead kick toward the far sideline. Fair catch called by number 14 for Downingtown. And we'll spot the ball at Pope John 41. So about a 25-yard punt for Seamus Corcoran. 20 to 25 yards. With 7:37 remaining in the opening quarter. The Downingtown Young Whippets lead the Pope John Junior Lions 8-0. We will be right back. Welcome back to Grand Sport Field in Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania for Pope John Junior Lion football. The regional championship game in the Pop Water Eastern region here today. Early start, 9 a.m. as Downingtown, quarterback in the gun. 1st and 10, handoff to number 11. Comes to the near sideline. Looking to turn the corner. Can't quite do so. He runs into Carter Johnston. And Johnston brings him down at about the 33-yard line. So, gain of 8. They'll make it 2nd and 2 for the Whippets. Lions with a defensive line of Sutton Fullwood, Jacob Post, Emilio Bronco, Thomas Walton right now, and Michael Morelli on the outside, along with Carter Johnston, Andrew Jesse Marie out there, Aiden DeLivo, and Quinn Clements in the safety position. Vincent Jesse Marie out there as well. Man in motion is number 36 for Downingtown. Here's a snap, handoff to number 2. Runs into a wall of his own blockers, now cuts back to the middle, and is brought down at about the 28, 29-yard line to Pope John.
Come on, you guys, you got to seal that.
Oh, my fault. It's actually 25 of Pope John, and that's going to be good enough for 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of the Lions. 6:37 to go, opening quarter. 8-0 Downingtown leads. Quarterback in the gun. Fake handoff, and the quarterback takes it up the middle to the far sideline. And is tackled at about the 14-yard line. Corcoran with the tackle, and I believe that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. So, 1st and 10 Downingtown, they're on the move again. Quarterback in the shotgun. Number 2 to the right side. The handoff goes to 11, who came back. And up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Downingtown. Number 11 cuts right through the Pope John defense and gets into the end zone. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5:54 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Downingtown 14. Pope John no score, and we are pending the extra point. Here's the snap. High snap. Placed down. The kick is up. And it's good. The Lions almost got to that Michael Morelli right on the kicker. However, they got it off. And the score now 16-0. Downingtown leading the Pope John Lions with 5:54 remaining in the opening quarter. We'll be back to Marsh Creek Fields in Pennsylvania right after this. Welcome back to Marsh Creek Field in Downingtown, Pennsylvania for Pope John Junior Lion Football. Mike Formisano here, calling today's regional final of the Pop Warner Eastern region of the United States. The kick down the field and goes past Brzezinski and towards the end zone. Will it go in? It does. So a touchback for Pope John. They'll start at the 20-yard line. So here's what you want to keep in mind. When Pope John went to West Long Branch, New Jersey in Week 6, and they played Shore, the Blue Devils jumped out to a 13-0 lead midway through the first quarter. And Pope John was able to get it right back. And they were able to tie the game, they were able to take the lead, and they actually went into halftime up 24-20. So that is a ray of hope that you want to have going forward. Bad news is that Downingtown is able to move the ball on Pope John here pretty easily in this first quarter, so Pope John has to put a stop to that. Here's Fiore, handoff to Andrew Jessamaria, cuts up the far side, and down to about the 29-yard line.
That's it, guys. Come on.
They'll bring up 2nd and 1. So, Jessamaria, and that's how Pope John's going to get back into this, by moving the ball on the ground and going ahead and breaking down the Downingtown defense. Fiore in the shotgun.
Yes, thank you.
Aiden DeLivo in the backfield. Hand off to DeLivo. Cuts up the far side. Is met at about the 30. He may have gotten enough for the first, or he may have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It will depend on the spot. And they got to give him the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 3rd and 1 for Pope John. Quick snap to Fiore to DeLivo. Up the middle, and that should be enough for a first down. First down, Pope John. Ball's going to be spotted at the 31. 4:49 remaining in the first quarter. Downingtown has jumped out to a 16-0 lead. Pope John with their second offensive series. Fiore is now on the gun. He's got Vincent Jessamaria to his left. Man in motion is Walton. He gets the ball. Walton to the near side is met by the linebacker, number 8, who cut through the offensive line and brings down Walton. Lost the yardage on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and long. So Walton loses 2. It's 2nd and 12. 4:16 and counting, opening quarter. Fiore's in the shotgun. Alone in the backfield. Man in motion is Andrew Jessamaria. He'll take the handoff from Fiore. Tries to get around number 11, can't do so. 11 stands him up and brings him down. So maybe Jessamaria got back to the line. May have lost the yard. 3rd and 12 from their own 27. There's a stop. Fiore drops back to pass, fires down the middle. Incomplete. Seamus Corcoran, the intended receiver. 2 defenders on him. And Downingtown knocks it down to the turf. It's going to bring up 4th down with 3:19 remaining. Corcoran back out to punt away. So Pope John digging themselves a hole. And it's going to be harder and harder as the game goes along to try and dig themselves out of. Downingtown leads 16-0. 4th down. Here's the punt coming from Corcoran. High end over end kick. Down to about the 41. Takes a Pope John bounce. Number 22 picks it up for Downingtown. Up the far sideline. Gets the ball back to about the 20-yard line. So Gain of about 20 for Downingtown, and they'll start deep in Pope John territory. 3:07 remaining, first quarter. The Downingtown Young Whippets lead the Pope John Junior Lions 16-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Marsh Creek Fields in Pennsylvania for the regional final between the Downingtown Young Whippets and the Pope John Junior Lions. Quarterbacks in the shotgun for the Whippets as they are on their third offensive series. They've hit pay dirt twice. Here's the quarterback, back to pass, finds a receiver across the middle, touchdown Downingtown. Number 8 with the catch. A 21-yard touchdown reception. And Downingtown goes up 22-0.
Number 8, Champ. Touchdown.
Lock it, boys!
The place kicker out for Downingtown to attempt the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. High snap, placed down. The kick is up. And it is just over the crossbar. And it's good. So Downingtown almost blocked the kick, Pope John. Just not close enough. Young Whippets lead the Pope John Junior Lions 24-0. And we are 7 minutes into the opening quarter. Timeout for Pope John. They're going to regroup. We will be right back to Marsh Creek Fields in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, right after this.
There's 3 minutes left in the first one.
Welcome back to Marsh Creek Fields in Downingtown, Pennsylvania for Pope John Junior Lion football. Mike Formisano here calling today's action. It's the regional championship game. Pope John has dug themselves a 24-0 hole as we have 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Downingtown will kick off from their own 40. Place kicker at 35. Kicks the ball down the field. And we had a whistle. Flag on the play. Oh, offside against Downingtown. That'll push the kick back. Well, it has not been pretty so far. However, it's only 7 minutes in. We will see what Pope John can do to turn things around. Ball's going to be placed at the 35-yard line.
Move them up. Move them up. Just move back.
Here's the kick. Down to about the 35-yard line, 25, and it's taken by Quentin Klebitz. Klebitz up the middle. Klebitz looking for a hole. And is brought down at about the 39-yard line. Good return by Quentin Klebitz. Gets the ball up to the Pope John 39. That's where the Lions will start, 1st and 10. So, if Pope John is going to get back into this game, it's got to start now. They're on their 3rd offensive series of the game. Fiore in the gun. Walton in motion. Here's the pass out to Walton to the near sideline and is met right there by the lineman for Downingtown, number 3, making the tackle. Linebacker brings out Walton. 2nd down. Probably got to about the line of scrimmage. Referee's holding up play.
Which one?
2nd and 10 from 39. Walton in motion. Here's Fiore. Hand off to Andrew Justin Maria right in the backfield. Brought down by the Downingtown defense. So no room to run for Justin Maria. They were right on top of him. They'll bring up 3rd and long for the Lions at their own 36. Clock down to 2:13 and counting. First quarter. It's 3rd and 14. Fiore's in the shotgun. He's got Andrew Justin Maria to his left. Here's a snap. Fiore back to pass. Under pressure. And right across the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted. Number 36 had his hands on the ball. It was just a little too low for him, and he was not able to bring it in. So that'll bring up 4th down and long. And Pope John forced to punt once again. 1 minute, 36 seconds here in what has been a dark first quarter for Pope John. The Lions have been tested a few times this season. Here's a fake. The ball goes to D'Alivo. D'Alivo, however, is met towards the near sideline as he can't turn the corner. And Pope John turns the ball over on downs. So every time the Lions try and move the ball, Downingtown is meeting him right at the line. Turn it over on downs. And the young Whippets will get the ball back at the Pope John 38. 1 minute, 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Downingtown holding a 24-0 lead.
There are Eastern Regional sweatshirts, hats, and t-shirts for sale at the main entrance on number 10. Please make sure to stop by and check out the gear.
So Downingtown up to the line. 1st and 10 for the Pope John 38. Man in motion is number 14. Pitch goes to him. Cuts to the far sideline. Through the Pope John defense. He's able to turn the corner. Down to about the 25, and then it's knocked out of bounds at about the 23, maybe 22-yard line. It'll be good for Downingtown first down. Minute 17 to go, first quarter. The young Whippets of Downingtown, national champions from 12U a year ago, taking on the Pope John Junior Lions, 13 and under. Man in motions two. Into the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Cuts to the far sideline. Can't turn the corner. Tries a reverse course and is tackled there by a host of Pope John defenders.
Tackled on the play by number 8, Seamus Corcoran.
Corcoran in on the tackle.
Brings up a 2nd and 1 for Downingtown.
So 2nd and 1 for Downingtown. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter.
A long quarter.
It has been a long quarter. It most definitely has.
Shut him down, boys!
Pope John looking to get out of this first quarter and regroup for quarter number 2. Here's the snap. Quarterback back to pass to the far sideline. Makes the catch. And a bunch of Pope John defenders all over the receiver there. That's number 23 for Downingtown. 22 and a half seconds remaining. It's going to be a first down for the young Whippets. In the red zone now. Ball at the 14-yard line. 18 seconds and counting. 1st and 10. Quarterback in the gun. Back to pass. Into the far corner of the end zone to number 14. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Downingtown. The young Whippets take a 30-0 lead as time expires in the first quarter. Still enough time for a point after attempt, however. Well, Downingtown up to the line. They're going to try and go for the 1-point conversion by running into the end zone. Here's a snap, hand off the 31, fumble on the play, and recovered by Michael Morelli. So, Downingtown fails on the point after touchdown. A fumble by the back, and Morelli scoops it up. So, a ray of light for Pope John on that point after. However, it's a slim one. We are done with 1 quarter here in Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania. The Downingtown Young Whippets lead the Pope John Junior Lions 30-0. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this.
We're staring at a running clock.
Yeah. How quickly will they start it?
No, I think it's 33. I got to get the exact number. We just need to finish.
Yeah. They just drag.
I mean, I'm involved in games with the quarter disappeared.
Oh, yeah. It just wouldn't stop. Well, you kept finding the sideline. You kept stopping the clock. There was a lot of changeover. Welcome back to Marsh Creek Fields in Downingtown, Pennsylvania for Pope John Junior Lion football. Teams switch sides as we start the second quarter. Here's the kickoff, and it's an onside kick. Thomas Walton will take it at his own 48, and Pope John will start from there. If you're just joining us here for the regional championship game between Pope John and Downingtown, it's not good news if you're a Pope John fan. It's 30-0, Downingtown leading. Pope John returning now left to right on your screen. They're in their road white jerseys with blue numbers and blue Pope John across the chest. Blue pants, gold helmets with the blue lion on the side. They're going left to right. Downingtown in their home gold jerseys with blue pants, gold helmets. Walton in motion. Here's the snap. Fiore avoids one tackler, can't avoid the second. And we got a flag on the play. May have been a face mask. Look at the official call from the referees. Yep, face mask call against Downingtown. And so Pope John will go into Whippet territory. Well, Pope John is going to look to try and get on the board quickly here. Try and reverse course and try and gain some momentum as we head towards the second half. Right now, it's pretty much their only option. They've got to get points in this drive. Fiore in the gun. Both Jessa Maria boys. Andrew in front of Victor. Vincent to his left. Walton in the backfield as well. He's in motion. Fiore with the ball. The pitch back to Jessa Maria. And the ball's on the turf. It looks like Pope John has recovered. Vincent Jessa Maria falls on the ball. And so Pope John will maintain possession. The pitch slipped out of Vincent's hands and hit the turf, but he was fortunate enough to fall on the ball, and Pope John will maintain possession. Second and long for the Lions. Clock down to 7:54 to go in the second quarter.
Sutton, after this play, go back in.
Fiore barking out signals. Walton in motion. Here's a snap. Fiore will roll to his right towards the near sideline. The pass tipped up in the air, incomplete. Walton was the intended receiver, and he had about 3 Downingtown defenders around him. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 20 for the Lions. This is actually the home of the Marsh Creek Eagles. But Downingtown right down the road, I'm sure they're familiar with this field. Meanwhile, Pope John coming down 100 miles from Sparta, New Jersey for this regional championship. It has not gone well so far. The good news is that it's still in the first half. Here's Fiore in the gun. Now moves up under center. Instructing the lineman. Now he takes a snap, back to pass. Jessamine with the block, and not enough as two defenders, number 8, number 11, close in on Fiore and bring him down at about the 42, 43-yard line of Pope John. And it will bring up 4th and long for the Lions. So the Lions having trouble moving the ball, and they're going to be forced to punt once again.
I'll be right back.
No, you're good. I'm just going to run up and give you a hug so you don't have to, like, trip up everybody.
Corcoran back to punt, standing in his own 31. Takes the snap, high and over and kicked. Nice punt by Seamus Corcoran. It's going to bounce towards the end zone and through, and a touchback. So a booming kick by Corcoran. However, just a little too far. Downingtown will take the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 20. And we have a running clock situation here in the second quarter as the Young Whippets lead the Pope John Lions 30-0. It's the regional final between Pope John and Downingtown. The winner will head to the national championships in Florida in about 2 weeks. If Pope John wants to punch their ticket, they've got some work to do.
Let's get the ball, D. Come on.
Well, the Downingtown Young Whippets back out to the field. 5 minutes remaining and counting here in the second quarter. The Whippets leading 30-0 over Pope John. Here's the snap. Quarterback number 6 will hand it off. The running back cuts through the middle. He's got some room to run. Andrew Jessamine finally brings him down at about the 42-yard line. So a first down run and then some for Downingtown. And the Whippets are on the move again. Substitutions in for Pope John. Colin Bauman on the line, number 5, along with Jason Cofrancesco, number 33. Walton out there with Carter Johnston and Vincent Jessamine, Sutton Fullwood, Andrew Jessamine, Seamus Corcoran, Ethan DeLivo, and Mike Morelli, along with Quinn Clements in the safety spot. Here's the snap. Hit at the 40-yard line by Andrew Jessamine and brings down the running back. Oh, a loss of yardage. And the first positive on defense for Pope John in a long while. Dropped at the 42. And it will be second and it looks like 10. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
What's up, buddy?
Down to 3:40 and counting. Second quarter.
Yes, you. You and I are going to have a great basketball girl.
Whippets up to the line. Here's the snap. Handoff to the far side. And a host of Lions corral the running back for Downingtown. So, gain of about 3 for the Whippets, and that's going to bring up third down. 3:10 and counting, second quarter.
He's right up in the front. Let's go!
So Downingtown in the huddle.
Let's go, D! Uncle Bob was like, your dad.
Pope John looking for a stop here on third down, so they can get the ball back before the end of the first half. Trying to get on the board here for the first time today. They need to get the ball back and get an offensive series towards the Downingtown end zone. Third and about 6. Here's the snap. Fumbled and picked it up. And out to the far sideline. Still on his feet, however. And the back is brought down at about the 49-yard line of Pope John. So it'll bring up 4th and 1. So let's see what Downingtown does. Do they punt it away? Do they go for the 4th down? The ball's at midfield. It's 2:05 remaining in the second quarter. And the Young Whippets already have a 30-0 lead. So we'll see what Downingtown decides to do.
Let's go, defense!
I think they're going to go for it. So Pope John looking for a big stop.
Get up!
of the yard to go. From the Pope John 49. Up the middle. You get enough for first. We'll see where the referee spots the ball. Pope John may have stopped him. They're going to spot the ball at the 49. It's not enough. Pope John first down. So the Lions stop Downingtown and a turnover on downs. Pope John ball at their own 49. Clock's still running. Minute 10 remaining here in the second quarter. So Pope John is looking to find the end zone. They better do it quickly here in this second quarter. First and 10 from their own 49. 52 seconds remaining and counting.
Change of possession.
Fiore in the gun. Jessa Maria to his right. Man in motion is Walton. Here's a snap. Hand up to Jessa Maria. Jessa Maria cuts up the middle towards the far sideline and gets to about the Downingtown 47. 25 seconds remaining. Second quarter. Pope John in a hurry up now. Lions up to the line. Fiore in the gun. Corcoran behind. 10 seconds remaining. If Pope John wants to find the end zone, they're going to have to go Hail Mary here. Fiore back to pass. Screen pass to Quinn Clements, and he is met right at the 49. That's number 45 on the tackle for Downingtown, and that will be the end of the first half. Well, we'll see if Pope John can regroup at halftime. The score after one half of play here from Marsh Creek Fields in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. It's the Downingtown Young Whippets 30, the Pope John Junior Lions 0. We'll be back for second half action after halftime. We'll pick up a new feed